before that, let me have the group members introduce themselves. I am Akidi Pauline Angeleta, a member of Group 21. I introduce the rest to also introduce themselves. Geoffrey, can you introduce yourself?
Geoffrey Nyog. My name, I'm also in Group 21.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Can we have the next?
Godfrey, a member of Group 21.
Okay.
I'm Abel Rachel Trinity, a member of Group 21.
Okay, thank you so much. Our member Nancy had a challenge and she's not with us today for this presentation. However, she had full participation towards this work. Just like Rachel, she's not in the best state to show a video or present, but she has fully participated in this work. So as the question was saying, we are to list objectives and goals for any department within a program, for any known organization. We're able to do that and later identify activities of how these goals and objectives should be achieved, bringing in the inputs and resources that are required. The question finally says we develop a procurement plan indicating the goods, the works and services within the given budget. Our choice of organization has been Coca-Cola. As known, Coca-Cola is an American international business, a producer, seller, and a marketer of non-alcoholic drinks. I'm certain most of us have been able to interact or take soda. We have Coca-Cola in different brands, where we have Fanta, Sprite, all those are Coca-Cola brands. And that is the organization or the company that we shall be looking at.
Oh, Pauline, your network.
Can you hear me now?
Pauline, you're breaking.
Okay, sorry about that. As I mentioned, we are looking at Coca-Cola and it's bottling Sprite, Fanta, and a number of other drinks. Can you hear me all? Am I being heard?
Yes.
Okay. So I beg to proceed.
Proceed.
Yes. So our group was able to come up to an understanding that there are a number of departments within this Coca-Cola company, and we zeroed down to the supply chain department. However, it was noted that in the supply chain department, there are a number of works that they do. We are seeing them doing procurement processes for raw materials, and at the same time, they're looking at producing and distributing their products. As a group, we primarily looked at the distribution unit. How can the firm, how can the company plan for procurement of the items they will need for better and satisfactory distribution of their product? And we were able to see that the supply chain department has a number of activities that they should look into. We are seeing they are involved in procuring service trucks, tricycles, motorbikes for regional and national distribution units. They also proceed and go ahead to look at loading units, packaging criteria, monitoring trucks, and not forgetting the monitoring and services that they would give for their vehicles. Well, this drew us to our goal as the supply chain department to become the leading supply chain function in the industry in terms of customer service and cost efficiency. So the key things in this is that are the customers satisfied of the services they're receiving and how are they receiving it, which brings about the procurement department dealing in the distribution unit from the supply chain department of the company. We were later on able to look, how can these be achieved? But prior to that, there are objectives within the organization. And we are seeing Some of the objectives included to build capacities and the capacity of diverse suppliers to enhance their competitiveness and support growth in these communities. As we distribute these orders into the regions, how competitive are we? What kind of services are we delivering? We're also seeing another objective is to improve the effectiveness of the diverse suppliers to meet the needs of the Coca-Cola company. Thirdly, we are looking at creating conditions for the department to competitively seek contracts and business opportunities in the global market and to improve the service delivery in the department and the company as well. So with these goals, how can these be achieved? And it's on that where I introduce my colleague to proceed. Geoffrey, kindly take on from there.
Yes, I'm Geoffrey. I'm going to present the strategy for achieving the above objectives and goals. According to we talk about setting up supply quality standards. The companies are highly standard of performance of the supplier, qualifying, supplying, which have a good track record and have offer quality products, services at a marketing competitive price. We also did an assessing supply market position. Supplier should be invited to participate in the program. That should be required to have a business plan and be financial sound or solvent. And this can be positioned for the growth. And the company shall also analyze supplier current business practice, marketing strategy, and financial position. So in return to this, it will create an individual developmental plan in the project. Then we also look at the setting up individual development plan. This plan will be outline objective, analyze products or services offerings, and create program actions item in timeline and documentation milestones, which shall be accompanied with. Can you proceed?
Thank you. Just
Yes.
before Godfrey can proceed, allow me project. So we were able to do that, and later on, we went a bit below. If you see from the work presented, and we are now coming up with a procurement plan. However, prior to that, we categorized our suppliers, and we shall majorly be looking at the tactical suppliers within the country. So let me go ahead and proceed, share the screen so that Geoffrey can present on that.
Right.
Yes, Geoffrey, please go ahead and present the plan in 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, members. This is a procurement plan for Coca-Cola. We have on the first item, have office or goods or services, where it is supposed to be from. We're saying we are located in Arua, the procurement category. Then we are going to procure a motorcycle. That is the type is tukutuku. That is the description. The unit of measure is in pieces. Quantity, we're going to have 6 of them for the financial year 2022. This will be in Q1 and will be procured in August in the 2nd week. And currency, we're using Ugandan shillings. Estimated unit price, we estimate each one to cost that like 8 million. So when you multiply 6 by 8 million, the 6 tukutuku will cost 48 million. We're sourcing this one from Kampala, and our procurement procedure is open bidding. The waiver is not required. And we needed this by 24th of August 2022. Then the
Okay.
second item was
Thank
supposed-
you.
Yes.
I think we're out of time, but in summary, this is what we're able to come up with, and we are noting when we need it, what kind of procurement are we doing? Based on the service providers that we are able to note from the previous table, this helps us to know of the items we need in the department and how we are going to procure them. You can see in the procurement procedure, we are looking at either open bidding or they're already pre-qualified waivers, and we are able to know when we need the PRs. So because of time, that's a short presentation we could make for the group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pauline, for leading the presentation. Goodbye.